for watching Ebony Ladies in the DR. I'm your host, Bridget. Bienvenidos a mi canal. Gracias por mirar. So I want to give you all a little bit of helpful information if you ever have a flat tire. So this week, and this is my first time happening, and Devlin was not here. Okay, and I know how to change a flat, but there was a whole lot of complications. We were out in Los Corrales. We went to Mezcalita, came out to the car, and I must have hit something on the way around, on the way over there, because I didn't have a leak, I didn't have a low tire, none of that. We came out from having a good night and had a flat tire. So this is what happened with the car. Y'all know all about our Ford Focus. So the car had strip lug nuts, and so the guy that was with us, Scott, our friend, and then the security guards over in the Citrus Shopping Center, they were all trying to change the flat tire. Well, the lug nuts were like stripped, and I didn't know it. Devlin didn't realize it, I guess. And so we could not get the tire off. So what we did is we have an electric air pump, that goes in the cigarette lighter. We pumped it up to get enough air to get home, because thank God we live in a small city, Punta Cana, and we weren't far away from home. So we put air in the tire and we drove it. We got halfway around Cocotao to our house, but we had to leave it because the air ran out. So we parked the car, and thank God for being healthy and in shape and living in a safe neighborhood. Security guard was there. He saw the flat. I told him we'll be back to fix it the next day. I left my car, went home, went to bed. Y'all, I'm going to tell y'all something. In the United States, had that happened, I would have been through the roof. I would have been livid. I would have been complaining. I'd have been like, it's always something. You can't just have a regular life. It would have been all kinds of me irate and irritated and all of that. And instead, when I walked around, when they came out, my friend Scott, he was the first one to see the flat tire. He was like, man, you got a flat. And he was calm, and in the States, we would all been after a late night, it's midnight and we got a flat tire. It would have just been everybody uptight. But here, us islanders living a life of peace, we have learned to it is what it is, and so we just kind of walked around. I looked at it, I was like, dang, I do have a flat. Y'all, I didn't blow up. I didn't stress. I was like, Scott just jumped right into action, handed us his leftovers, his beer, and opened the trunk. We got all the jack and everything out that we needed, but it didn't work. So we pumped the air and we drove it to Cocotao. We ended up leaving the car and walking home. So the next day I called. We have insurance. So with our insurance, we have like 2 free tows a year, and we hadn't used one this year. So I called our tow truck driver and made an appointment and it was on a Sunday that this happened. So I made the appointment and he came to Cocotao. I didn't know that on Sundays now, no service people can come, even if it's a tow truck. If you had that kind of emergency, they still were like, no. So he couldn't get in. So he had to leave. So we let the car sit there another day. We walked around. It was fine. Cocotao's gated community. Security's everywhere. That's one of the reasons why I loved it here. And that's why those are some of the things you want to think about when you're looking to purchase a community anywhere, not just in Punta Cana, DR, anywhere. Security, how safe it's going to be to walk, how safe it is that if your car breaks down to leave it there until you get it fixed. So Sunday, the car had to sit all day. So the driver personally picked the time. I didn't pick my American early morning time. He said he was going to come back at 8 a.m. 9:30. Comes and goes. 8 a.m. y'all, I had messaged him because I had to send him a QR to get in the gate, and I had sent it the day before. So I sent the QR again just as a Okay, I'm waiting for you reminder type of situation. No answer, no answer. Straight ghosted me. So I called the main number um, of the company and not the driver. And they said, okay, well, let me get in touch with them. Let me see, sorry. And so, okay, so I'm waiting. So now it's like 10:30. I have a whole list of things that I have to do today because it was my errand day, and I look forward to my errand days. So I said, okay, I put a message in the chat. That's when it, not in the chat, in the Facebook group. That's when these Facebook groups do come in handy because y'all know I have a love-hate relationship with the Facebook group and the expat groups and all of that stuff. But I put the message in there and they gave me a phone number for a tow company. Well, when I put it in my phone, it came up that I already had that number. It's like our AAA that you see out on the highway. And so I didn't think to call them because my car was broke down inside of Cocotown, inside of gated community. So I didn't think that they would come and repair it. So I sent them a message and I asked if they would come repair the car. And they was like, yeah. And where's it located? Send the location. So I sent the location and said it's inside of Cocotown. So then he messaged me back. He was like, where are you? I said, inside of Cocoa. So, I'm kind of getting irritated because my first thing is these people do not read. People don't listen. I said inside. So I'm just knowing at this point that they're getting ready to tell me that no, they can't come inside and fix it, that they're the highway service, public road service. Nope, they were already inside the gate looking for me. So I came outside. There they were. I hopped in the truck with them and drove around to where my car was. Four good-looking Dominicans. They changed they fixed my tire. They had a four-way. And so the lugs, they were able to get the lugs off. They changed the flat. I reached down to pick up the spare to roll it over. They were like, no, no, stop. We got it. And they were all so kind, so nice. And they changed the spare literally 10 minutes. I'm back driving again. And so I told them that, I had a tip at the house because it was free. It is a free service. So I said, I have a tip at the house. And the man on the back seat, I think he was kind of like the one in charge. He was like, no necesario, no necesario. He kept repeating it. I was like, por favor, por favor. So they followed me around to the house and they waited. And I ran inside and I got a tip and I gave him a tip. But before he took it, he said it like 10 more times. No necesario. Bien? No necesario. Bien? Yeah, and I was like, I get it. I was like, entiendo, I understand. I want to tip because it was like a blessing, for them to come and get it done. 10 minutes, no problem. I was so happy. And so I got the flat change, no charge. I went ahead, hopped in the car and drove to Friusa. I went to Friusa to get my tire fixed and, to get the spare put back in the trunk and all of that stuff, get it taken care of. So I got over to the tire shop. They weren't busy, thank God, and it's literally across the street. They were so nice, so helpful, and we've been to this tire shop before. They were extremely polite, professional. He started on my car. A lot of people started coming up. He never ever stopped working on my car to help the other people. He was answering their questions. He was still talking to them, but the whole time he was in motion. He was taking the rim off. He was checking the spare. He was repairing the flat. He never stopped. I was so grateful, so happy. And then when he finished, it was 450 pesos for the service. And then I gave him like 150 peso tip, not a lot, because it was like so cheap. So I didn't want to, you want to tip more than what the service is. But he was very grateful. He was so kind. It was just like, okay, that was a blessing. I felt really happy about it and everything. And it went so well. Where is the tire shop? And like I said, it's right there in Friusa. If you've ever been to Friusa, you've seen it. It's on the side street, bright black and yellow sign. I put it on there and I took a picture of the service sign and that. And so I was telling my friend Kim, because it was her husband Scott that was with us and she was with us. And she asked me, did I get the tire fixed? And I told her about everything that happened. She was like, girl, you already know if we would have took our car, to a garage in the States, it would have been easily $50 for them to even look at it and start the work. We would have been out of $100 easily for this scenario, and in the States, nobody would have even tried to help, Scott, to change the tire with the lug nuts. But there, when we were in Los Corrales, the two security guards, they came over and were super helpful, weren't asking for a tip. It's just what they do, it's just what they do. And I was like very happy. And every time, I got this big smile on my face about a tire episode, but it just made me feel good about my decision to move here to Punta Cana and have a different life. Because, oh my God, in the States, my reactions, how you handle things, just because of the stress and the life that I was living, I would have just been so mad. That flat tire would not have just ruined my evening. It would have ruined the rest of the week over a flat tire, and then we probably would have been very far from the house, because in Houston, everything is so big. And so it would have just been an ordeal versus putting enough air in it to get home and then walking the rest of the way because the air went out and getting it fixed for under $20. Oh my goodness, it's just a blessing, a different atmosphere, a different peace of mind, a different way and patience in order to deal with things that happen. Because just because we live in beautiful paradise, y'all see my backyard, y'all see my garden behind me, the golf course, just because we live here doesn't mean the same old crap isn't going to happen. We're still going to have flat tires. Cars are still going to break down because they're cars. All of this stuff is going to happen. But it's how we deal with it now. It's how, we react to it. Is how what our state of mind and our mental stability, all of that is a factor. And so this was the right decision. And I can't believe that something as small as having a flat tire would just, prompt another outlook and another aspect on why I'm so happy here and why I moved to Punta Cana and why 5 years later, I still love it. Absolutely love it. It's very early in the morning. The birds are so loud. They're chirping. I've already gotten over 10,000 steps in this morning because I just feel good. And the car's fixed. So guys, I just wanted to share that with you. If you ever break down, they're there for you and it is free of charge. I call it my Punta Cana AAA. So all of the information is on the screen, and for the tire service in Friusa, you'll see that information there as well. And I hope you guys like this episode. And don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and share button. And share this with your friends. If you're all the locals here in Punta Cana, need tire service, because it's going to happen. You're going to need it one day. And then you already have this to refer back to. So I appreciate you all for watching. Don't forget, every Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, questions, comments, put it in the comment section. If you have an idea for an episode, put that in the comment section. If you want to be on an episode, email me, put it in the comment section. Ebony Ladies in the DR at gmail.com. And let's get you on camera. Let's just get your 5 minutes of fame. Why not? All right, I'll talk to y'all soon. Enjoy this beautiful day. I'm just going to stay out for a little bit. Enjoy the sunshine. Until next time.